Did you know that some mistakes could turn your eggs toxic? Eggs are often praised as one of the best sources of high-quality protein, packed with essential vitamins and nutrients, but what many people don't realize is that if they're not handled correctly, they can become harmful to your body in ways you may never have suspected. The truth is, whether eggs are good for you or bad for you has everything to do with how you prepare, store and cook them. In this video we're going to uncover 5 common mistakes that can make eggs more harmful than beneficial. Some of these might surprise you, especially if you've been eating eggs the same way for years without a second thought. But once you understand these key mistakes, you'll be able to continue enjoying eggs without worrying about hidden health risks. Stay tuned until the end, because this isn't just about avoiding mistakes, it's about making simple changes that can have a big impact on your health and well-being. We'll break down exactly what happens when eggs are prepared incorrectly and what you can do instead to keep them as a safe and nutritious part of your diet. So if you want to make sure your eggs stay a health-boosting superfood rather than a hidden danger, you won't want to miss this. Now let's get started. If you find this useful, please subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path and hit the bell so you don't miss our senior health tips and simple changes that protect your well-being. Number 1. Overcooking eggs. Overcooking eggs might seem like a small mistake, but it can quietly take away much of the goodness that makes them such a wonderful food in the first place. Eggs are naturally filled with high-quality protein, healthy fats, and important nutrients like vitamin B12, folate, and antioxidants that support your brain, eyes, and heart. But when they're cooked at high heat for too long, like when you fry them until they're brown and crispy, or boil them until the yolk turns grayish-green, you actually damage those nutrients. The process of overheating causes oxidation, which means the cholesterol and fats inside the egg begin to break down and form harmful compounds that may increase inflammation in the body. That's why if you've ever smelled that strong, sulfur odor after boiling eggs too long, it's a sign that they've been overcooked. It's not that the egg instantly becomes toxic, but those small changes inside can slowly add up, especially for older adults who already need to be extra gentle with their digestion and heart health. Take Robert, for example. He's 76 and for years he fried his eggs every morning until they had crunchy edges, thinking they tasted better that way. Over time, though, he started noticing bloating and discomfort after breakfast, along with more frequent heartburn. When he learned about the effects of oxidized cholesterol and overheated oils, he decided to try a softer approach, cooking his eggs slowly over low heat, letting them stay creamy and tender instead of dry and crisp. Within a few weeks, he noticed a real difference: less discomfort, easier digestion, and more steady energy throughout the day. His story shows that even small adjustments can make a big impact. The good news is you don't have to give up eggs to keep them healthy, you just need to cook them with a little care. Try lightly boiling, poaching, or soft scrambling them instead of cooking them on high heat. These gentler methods keep the vitamins intact, preserve their natural flavor, and protect your body from unnecessary inflammation. If you love fried eggs, simply lower the flame and remove them before the edges get too dark. You'll still enjoy that delicious taste, but with all the nourishment eggs are meant to provide. Remember, food isn't just about filling your stomach, it's about feeding your body and supporting your well-being. Overcooking eggs may seem harmless, but being mindful of how you prepare them can help you get the most from every bite, keeping your energy strong, your heart healthy, and your meals full of life. Number 2. Eating raw or undercooked eggs. Many people believe that eating raw or slightly undercooked eggs gives them more nutrition, but the truth is, this habit can silently put your health at risk, especially as you grow older. Eggs are indeed a powerhouse of protein, vitamins, and minerals, but when eaten raw, they can carry harmful bacteria like salmonella, which may cause serious food poisoning. For younger people, it might just mean a few uncomfortable days, but for seniors, it can be far more dangerous. As we age, our immune system naturally weakens, and what seems like a mild stomach issue can quickly turn into a serious health problem. Imagine starting your day with what you think is a healthy smoothie, just like Margaret, a 68-year-old woman who added a raw egg to her morning drink for years because she believed it was the purest form of protein. One morning, she suddenly developed fever, stomach cramps, and nausea so bad she could barely move. After visiting her doctor, she learned she had salmonella poisoning, likely from those raw eggs she trusted for so long. It took days to recover, and from that moment, she switched to cooked eggs only, and she never had that problem again. Beyond bacteria, raw eggs also contain a compound called avidin, which binds to biotin, vitamin B7, in your body. Biotin is essential for healthy hair, skin, and nerve function, but when avidin binds to it, your body can't absorb it properly. That means eating raw eggs too often can actually lead to nutrient deficiencies over time, leaving you tired, weak, or with thinning hair and dull skin. Cooking eggs properly deactivates avidin, allowing your body to use every bit of the nutrition inside. You may have heard that using organic or farm-fresh eggs makes raw consumption safe, but that's not entirely true. Even clean-looking eggs can contain bacteria on the shell or inside it, and you can't see or smell the danger. The safest choice is to make sure your eggs are fully cooked, with firm whites and yolks. Scrambled eggs, poached eggs, and hard-boiled eggs are all excellent options that preserve the nutrition while removing the risk. And if you really love your yolks a little runny, make sure you use pasteurized eggs that have been heat-treated to kill harmful bacteria. Remember, the goal isn't to give up your favorite foods, it's to enjoy them safely. Your health is far more valuable than a small difference in texture or taste. Cooking your eggs properly is one of the simplest, kindest things you can do for your body. It protects your digestion, supports your immune system, and ensures that every meal truly strengthens you, not harms you. Small choices like this may seem ordinary, but over time, they make a remarkable difference in how strong, healthy, and confident you feel each day. Number 3. Storing cooked eggs improperly. How you store your cooked eggs might seem like a small detail, but it can make a big difference between keeping your food safe and accidentally inviting harmful bacteria into your body. Many people cook a batch of eggs ahead of time to save effort during busy mornings, but if those eggs aren't stored correctly, they can quickly become unsafe to eat. Once eggs are cooked, they should never be left sitting out at room temperature for long because bacteria begin to multiply rapidly in what's called the danger zone, between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Within just a couple of hours, perfectly good eggs can turn into a breeding ground for germs like Salmonella or E. coli. This can be especially dangerous for seniors, since as we age, our immune systems become weaker and less able to fight off infections that younger bodies might handle easily. Take George, for instance, a 72-year-old man who loved cooking a big pot of scrambled eggs every Sunday so he could have breakfast ready for the week. He used to keep the eggs in a loosely covered bowl in the refrigerator and scoop some out each morning. At first, it seemed like a smart time-saving idea, but after a few months, he began to experience frequent stomach pain and bouts of nausea. When his doctor asked how he stored his food, George realized that his storage method might be the problem. After learning about proper food safety, he switched to storing his cooked eggs in airtight containers, keeping them in the coldest part of the refrigerator, and making smaller batches instead of one large one. From then on, his stomach troubles disappeared completely. His story is a powerful reminder that even the simplest habits can protect your health when done right. The rule of thumb is simple: refrigerate cooked eggs within 2 hours of cooking, keep them in airtight containers, and eat them within 3 to 4 days. Hard-boiled eggs can last up to a week, but they should always be kept cold and never left on the counter for long. Also, avoid placing cooked eggs near raw meat, unwashed vegetables, or other foods that can spread bacteria through cross-contamination. And if you ever need to reheat cooked eggs, do it gently. Use low heat on the stove with a splash of water or broth to keep them moist, or microwave in short bursts while stirring in between. Overheating not only ruins the taste and texture but can also destroy some of their nutrients. It's easy to overlook these small steps, but they truly matter. Food safety isn't just about avoiding illness, it's about showing care for yourself and your loved ones. By storing and handling your food with attention and respect, you're protecting your body and ensuring that what you eat continues to nourish and strengthen you every single day. Number 4. Using damaged or expired eggs. Many people don't realize that something as small as a cracked shell or an old egg sitting in the fridge for too long can quietly turn into a real health hazard. Eggs may look perfectly harmless from the outside, but if they're expired, damaged, or have been stored improperly, they can harbor harmful bacteria like salmonella that cause food poisoning, and for seniors, this can be especially dangerous. As we get older, our immune system becomes less resilient, making it harder to fight off infections that younger people might recover from quickly. Imagine opening your fridge one morning and wondering if those eggs sitting on the shelf are still good. Many people simply glance at the date printed on the carton and assume that's enough, but eggs can sometimes spoil before that date, especially if they've been exposed to warm temperatures or handled roughly. Evelyn, a 74-year-old woman, learned this lesson the hard way. One morning she cracked an egg into her frying pan and noticed a slightly odd smell, but she brushed it off and cooked it anyway. A few hours later, she began to feel nauseous and weak, and after a visit to the doctor, she discovered she had food poisoning caused by a bad egg. From that day forward, Evelyn started checking her eggs before cooking, and she never had another problem. The good news is that there's a simple way to test egg freshness. Just fill a bowl with cold water and gently place the egg in. If it sinks to the bottom and lays flat, it's fresh. If it stands upright, it's still okay but should be used soon. If it floats to the top, it's time to throw it away. That's a clear sign of spoilage. You should also pay attention to the shell itself. Even tiny hairline cracks can allow bacteria to enter the egg. It's best to discard any cracked or dirty eggs rather than take the risk. When storing eggs, always keep them in the coldest part of your refrigerator, not in the door where temperatures fluctuate each time you open it. If eggs are stored too warm, condensation can form on the shell, creating a moist environment that helps bacteria grow. And never ignore unusual signs like discoloration, a sour smell, or a slimy texture. These are strong indicators that an egg has gone bad and should not be eaten. Taking a moment to check your eggs may seem like a small step, but it's a powerful act of self-care. Food safety isn't just about rules, it's about respecting your body and protecting your health. Every time you choose to be careful, you're making sure your meals truly nourish you. So, the next time you crack an egg, remember that freshness matters. A few extra seconds of care can save you from days of discomfort and keep your meals both safe and satisfying. Number 5. Cooking eggs in unhealthy oils. Many people don't realize that even the healthiest food can lose its benefits when it's cooked the wrong way, and eggs are no exception. You might start your morning with good intentions, cracking a few fresh eggs for breakfast, but the choice of oil you cook them in can quietly undo all their nutritional goodness. Using unhealthy oils like vegetable oil, margarine, or reused cooking oil might make your eggs taste familiar or crispy, but inside your body, these oils are creating inflammation, clogging arteries, and damaging your heart health over time. The reason is simple: many of these oils are highly processed and rich in unhealthy fats and chemicals that oxidize when heated. When that happens, the oil turns into something harmful, releasing compounds that can contribute to high cholesterol, joint pain, and even fatigue. For seniors, this becomes even more important because our bodies become less efficient at fighting inflammation as we age. Imagine a man named David, 68 years old, who loved his morning fried eggs cooked in the same oil he used for frying potatoes the night before. It was a habit formed years ago, a way to save time and money. But over time, his cholesterol rose, his energy dropped, and he started feeling heaviness in his chest after meals. His doctor advised him to switch to heart-healthy oils like olive oil or avocado oil and to avoid reusing old oil. Within weeks, David felt lighter, his digestion improved, and his energy returned, all from changing something so simple. That's the quiet power of making mindful choices. When you cook eggs, it's best to use oils that protect your heart and brain, like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or even a small amount of grass-fed butter or ghee. These natural fats are stable when heated and contain antioxidants that support healthy cells. Avoid deep frying or cooking at very high temperatures, because overheated oil breaks down and loses its benefits. Instead, Cook your eggs gently on medium heat. It keeps the nutrients intact and the taste rich and satisfying. Also, be careful not to let oil smoke, as that's a sign it's gone bad and is releasing toxins. You can even try boiling, poaching, or lightly steaming your eggs to skip oil altogether, simple methods that bring out their natural flavor and preserve their nutrients. Every meal you cook is a small act of care for your body, and making better choices in your kitchen means giving your heart, brain, and joints a gift that lasts. Remember, it's not just about eating eggs, it's about how you prepare them. When you use the right oils, you're not only keeping your food healthy, you're nurturing the energy, strength, and life within you. Each healthy choice, no matter how small, builds a stronger, happier future, one delicious breakfast at a time. Eggs may be small, but they carry incredible power, a simple, affordable food that can nourish your body and mind at any age. Yet, as we've seen, it's not just about eating eggs, it's about how we treat them. From avoiding overcooking to using fresh, properly stored eggs and choosing healthy oils, each small choice adds up to a big difference in your well-being. Think of your kitchen as your health workshop. Every meal you make is shaping the strength, energy, and peace you feel each day. Taking care with your food isn't just a habit, it's an act of self-love and wisdom, something that only deepens with age and awareness. At Timeless Wisdom Path, we believe that every step you take toward healthier living, no matter how simple, is a step toward a more vibrant, confident you. If this video helped you learn something new or made you think differently about your daily habits, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss our upcoming tips on aging gracefully and living wisely. And now I'd love to hear from you. How do you like your eggs cooked? Have you ever made any of these common mistakes before? Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Your story might help someone else learn something valuable today.